Water is a precious and valuable resource. It is essential for all life. I have a hack that will allow you to save and conserve pure, clean water. We trap our AC water to use for watering our starts and seedlings or a random pot here and there around the garden. It saves a ton of water. Here in Florida, and pretty much everywhere in the country, we all have air conditioning. We rely on it quite heavily, right? So we have this unit running on a very regular basis, at least a third to half the year, sometimes more, depending on where you live. If you ever have walked around the edge of your house, you may have noticed a PVC pipe coming from in the wall, up in the attic, wherever, and it drains out near the edge of your house. It's either going to be covered with rocks or it's going to have washed away all of the soil, and you're going to have that drip, drip, drip. That is condensate that comes from the air conditioning units. It's a way for the air conditioning to cool itself off, essentially, and it sends that pure, clean water outside through a PVC pipe. We used a food grade safe rain barrel to catch the condensate for us. You can elevate it and put a drain spout in just like you would with a rain barrel, and you can put out the water that way. My husband, he actually took it a step further, and we put in a pump and a battery so that I'm able to easily turn the water on and off through the hose and get quite a bit more pressure, and it comes out quite a bit faster. So even though he definitely took it a step further, it's also a pretty simple setup. We have our rain barrel, we have the PVC rundown pipe, we have a 12-volt pump that he put into the barrel. He did use PVC to kind of push it down and keep it down, but that is down at the bottom, and then he just attached this hose. The hose is for us to fill without having a drain at the bottom. The pump is attached to this battery, and we just have a simple toggle switch with an inline fuse, and all I have to do is flip it and out comes water. No risk of shocking or anything like that. Perfectly safe to use outdoors, and it is a super simple, beautiful way to capture an otherwise wasted resource on our mini homestead. Absolutely critical step to any sort of water catchment in Florida or elsewhere. If you have mosquitoes, you need to make sure that water is covered, or you will end up having a mosquito invasion. We simply used window screening, placed it over the top of the barrel so that the water can still drain through, but the mosquitoes can't get in. If you do not have some sort of adequate cover on top of it, it will be a breeding ground for mosquitoes. This does not just apply to AC catchment, it applies to rain barrels, it applies to anything and everything. Even overturned pots and water fountains and bird baths can collect and breed mosquitoes. Just keep that in mind if you're doing any sort of water catchment in areas with mosquitoes. So our AC system is gravity fed. We have our unit up in the attic, so it just drip, drip, drips, and out it comes. If you have your unit in a closet or a garage or anything like that where it's on a sump pump, this system still does work. We have it set up at our my mother-in-law's house as well, and theirs is on a sump pump, and it works and functions just the same.
Doable by many, many people.
I came up with a little trick to sustainably water my vegetable gardens. I actually harvest my air conditioning water.
Idea, and I am impressed.
So there you have it, a super simple and effective way to capture pure water to use around the garden or the homestead. If you like this hack, you definitely need to check out this video which shows you how to make your own fertilizer.